this work has been a privilege. I feel privileged because, I've done it a certain way, and that's allowed me to travel a lot, to have links with many parts of the world, all through my work. And this has led me to go to different parts of the world, and I've always had a hobby for photography that goes back, let's say 40 years, I think we can say that. And I did exhibitions years ago, and over the last 4 years, I've published books of photography, and this started, in fact, by again something linked to hematology, because we set up in Italy a website, which is in Italian is called the equivalent of Hematology in Progress, for young hematologists and also for mature hematologists, to keep them updated with the advances in different areas of hematology, even the things, in different forms. So this publisher saw some of my pictures, and together we decided, why don't we do something not hematological? Started from that, and we did. So in 4 years ago, we published the first book, which was on deserts, and deserts of different parts of the world. And the following year, I published a book on China, 1985, because of my work. I was invited to go to China. The invitation came probably in 1983. In those days, you didn't just have a mobile phone and ring. The invitation came from Nanchang, Jiangxi province. So I couldn't just ring Nanchang or send an email. So all the correspondence was by letters, which took about a month, or by telegrams, which in many parts of the world I think don't even exist any longer. So it took about a couple of years to organize all this, but eventually I went, and in fact we went because I got married in the meanwhile, and my wife came too, and so we spent 4 weeks giving talks in different parts of China, hosted by the Chinese, very hospitable, very kind, and very proud of showing us around. So we went to fantastic places. I remember going to see the Beijing Opera. We were the only non-Chinese, and we went twice to the theater. Absolutely fantastic. So I took all the pictures I wanted. These were slides those days, the Kodachrome, most of anything else. And that became an interesting document, because you go to China now, and I've been back many times through EHA, with links with the Chinese side of hematology, and China's changed completely. The poetry, the beauty of what we saw in those days, let's say it's lost a lot. The pollution is an enormous problem. I remember the skies when you arrive in Beijing, the blue of the sky was like blue China. You see it in a pottery, fantastic. No cars, no nothing, we took bicycles, fantastic. So that became a book which I think is of some interest. Following year I did a book on nature and man. This is in fact with our son, our number one, combining pictures that he takes as a young architect of details of architecture. And I believe that many architects, artists, pick up from nature. And in fact, the famous Brazilian architect Niemeyer, who died recently at the age of 100 and something, exactly what he said, that nature's done everything, and that's exactly true. So I took about 50 or 60 of Stefano's pictures, and I matched them with pictures I'd taken somewhere, nature, and with nature and man, matched one by one. And now, last week, the last one has come out, and this is on the Andean Highlands, that I had the fortune of visiting over 30 years. The first trip was to Peru and Ecuador, Galapagos, in fact, in '84. And then over the years, we've done Chile, we did Bolivia, we've done Argentina, and we've come back to Ecuador last month again. Again, sometimes combining work. Argentina, we went last year with a meeting with the Argentina side of hematology, and we took an extra week and went up to the Andes in northern Argentina. So I think, again, going to what I said earlier, my work has been a privilege, and luckily it's not only work, so you can combine other interests, and photography has become something very important. And I hope to continue, hopefully with a book a year, but we'll see if we manage.